Hi there, Aquarius, and welcome to your September end of September into October reading. So there's a lot going on here. I see here there's the Eight of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the Empress. So you definitely have a lot going on, but yeah. Well, what you're doing here is like you're really focusing on your like Eight of Pentacles, and pretty much like the Empress energy here is bringing in the Eight of Pentacles. So this creative feminine energy is helping you to kind of like fight the battles and challenges that lay ahead, okay? And you're doing this with the Empress energy in mind. So you also have these probably dreams that sort of pertain to this Eight of Swords, where there's like a lot of rats or a lot of swords, a lot of conflict. There's a vulture up here, some bats flying around. You're tied to something energetically. And I feel like that could really come across as like a devil energy. It's like, but it's interesting because the Page of Swords is this very small, tiny person that's just really not afraid of this big bad beast. And um, it's kind of like you have to sort of tap into your inner child more, and the Empress energy is like all about nurturing and loving um, that um, the inner child, right? Or knowing how to take care of and nurture oneself. So it's almost like you are making this reality for yourself where you're loving and nurturing yourself. And yeah, you can like always like look around and see all the things that aren't working out and that are going wrong, but focusing on all the things that are going right, focusing on all the things that are happening for the right reasons. um, I feel like for you that has to do with like sun energy. Like the light of the sun is really like paving the way forward for you, especially when it comes to your pentacles, like your Ace of Pentacles. Okay, like the sun is almost a giant like golden pentacle in the sky, right? And you kind of have to like pave your way forward, so to speak. You can't let the big bad devil or the big bad monster under your bed um, kind of steer you away from your journey and your purpose. And I really feel like the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles is leading you to and towards this Ten of Pentacles. Okay, there's the grandpa teaching the baby magic, the husband and wife happy couple outside their home. The dog represents loyalty. There's all these really beautiful energies happening right now. And often at times, you'll get distracted, you'll get caught up in like all the things that you need to be doing and focusing on this and focusing on that. But really, it comes down to just being able to sit and focus on just like one thing at a time and completing a task one at a time tasks. Because I feel like there's like this tower energy too. Look, it's like the exploding light and fire out of this tower, right? It's like, and there's a girl falling out of the tower too. So, and the lightning is striking here. So, you have to remember that, like, even as you're like falling into chaos or you're facing challenges, like, there's got to be somebody who catches you, right? There's got to be somebody who's there to support you and help you through it. And it's really coming down to you, Aquarius. It's really coming down to how well you're able to like block off the energies that are trying to like conspire against you or trying to block you from your success with the Two of Swords. This card can often come up in times where like this card reminds me of like Elektra, like Jennifer Gardner from Elektra. Sort of reminds me of that. Um Yeah, so it's almost like you kind of have to like, so you have to kind of put up a shield and a blockage against these towers, like a tower people, like these people who want to like sort of like ambush you or send you into like chaotic like feelings or anxiety or stress. Like you um so that being said, the Two of Swords is also a good reminder of the Four of Swords too. And I feel like you really embody this like dragonfly energy where, you're not letting a lot of people or their problems sort of like get in the way of your success. And I was just watching the Golden Bachelor episode 2, and at the rose ceremony at the end of the episode, Joan was wearing like a beautiful green emerald dress and with a cape, like well, a gown, more like a gown, really, and with a beautiful green cape, and she had a gold brooch to match like the whole ensemble, and it really like represented like it really was giving off like goddess empress energy. It was giving off this like aura of success, but not just um so with the dragonfly and anyways, basically I feel like you embody this, empress, goddess, dragonfly energy. And spiritually, the dragonfly actually, I'm gonna tell you what it means right now. Dragonfly. Oops. I wish I had like some spirit animal or spirit. Yeah, like some spirit animal cards.
The pink lemonade gummy.
Yeah.
There you go. I had some extra of the gummy mixture in the bowl.
Yummy.
There's strawberry too.
It definitely tastes like a gummy.
It's pink lemonade.
It tastes like pink lemonade.
It's natural and artificial at the same time.
It's really, really good. Thanks, love.
You want to try the strawberry one?
Yeah.
They've been sitting here long enough. So
Okay.
I wash my hand off.
Sounds good.
I have food.
So the spiritual meaning of dragonfly includes change and transformation, enlightenment, spiritual growth, bridge between physical and spiritual work, self-discovery, personal growth, balance, flexibility, and enjoyment of life. Okay? The perks of being mom. Get to try gummies. Yummy, yummy. So, as you like embody this like empress energy, your like spirit begins to grow, like your personality begins to grow. Like you're going through a huge transformation right now, I feel like. And I know that could be like seen as like a cliche, like another transformation, right? But it's more about how you block off these energies that like want to cause you harm or they're trying to bring negativity into your life. And it all has to do with like influences, okay? It all has to do with attachments, third parties, and peers, okay? Because you can influence a lot of people. You can influence your peers. You can form really good attachments. There could be third parties involved that aren't like family or friends or coworkers. It could be, just outside people that are influenced by like what you do and like how you're doing it all, right? So, and I feel like the moon here, because you got the sun and the moon, and I feel like the moon is definitely a good way for you to remember, like, there's glowing eyes watching, right? There's the wolves in sheep's clothing, right? There's always some play here at like your spark or your light here. And you kind of have to like keep shining bright, like despite it. Like I feel like your success isn't measured by like outdated standards or protocols or like belief systems. It's kind of like you've created your own belief system, your own style and way of doing things, and it's very unique onto your own, which makes you very influential. So, and with the tower too, like if you're wondering like what has caused this tower moment, There's a reckoning, shocking event, energy surge, bankruptcy, immediate revelation, sudden upheaval, wiped out, destroyed, divorce, chaos. A narrow escape, disaster averted, near miss, resistant change, stall, delaying the inevitable. Okay, like the energies around you are like trying to stall you from your success or like prohibit you from your 10 of pentacles, but you are like so diligently hardworking, like you're not giving up. You know, she's shining off a pentacle here, right? And as your pentacles stack up, right, it leads to the 10 of pentacles, and she's only shining one pentacle too. So it's like, first you have to see the sun, first you have to see into the future that you're going to have this ace of pentacles. So it's like, when you see that you're following the sunlight or the moonlight or it's illuminating your path here, I feel like it's less like the moon is reminding you, like, stay away from tower moments, like stay away from drama, stay away from people who are like constantly projecting this like very devilish energy onto you, right? Like sometimes, we can be around people of like this devilish charm or something like that, but like there are people who are going through things that like present more challenges, right? And present more hardships. And I feel like energetically you have to like kind of distance yourself emotionally from it. Like, yes, it's an emotional journey, but like that's why you have the Eight of Swords. It's why you have the Five of Swords. It's because, but you don't want to be so tied to it that it's like blinding you to the truth, that it's keeping you from getting to where you need to go. Because I see like a lot of rats and a vulture, and they're surrounding you. So you have to just keep shining your dragonfly light here. Um, it might be like easier said than done, especially when you're dealing with like so many opposing forces. But even in like the light of day, it's like you know how to energetically like shine despite all of that. And I feel like when you're dealing with like this type of energy, it's really good to bring out like your strength here and your vitality and your courage and your pride. And this sign really symbolizes this influence sign as well. It's the same symbol, the infinity symbol. So as you continue to influence, as you continue to like show courage and pride and strength around your peers, then you're gonna start to really see that like even when there's like these personal relationships that are trying to like energetically like tug at your attention, tug at your heartstrings, you're kind of prohibiting them from doing that. You're not allowing them really to do that. And the Four of Cups comes up twice here too, and I get like this very like Peter Pan doesn't want to grow up type of energy, because he can see all the like emotional stability in front of him, but he still doesn't want to accept it. He still doesn't want to like recognize it. And the mermaid is even just like there, like just chilling. Like it's almost like you've already like tapped into your magic and your potential, and this other person is like, no. um, so I feel like that is So I feel like this is like a Four of Cups is like maybe an ex or something like has some inner child work to do, but you've kind of already like mastered your inner child work, and like that's why you can be so like mystical and magical like a mermaid, and you drive your strength from that. Like you're already using like your inner child dreams and desires and hopes and goals to already like influence and inspire. And you're not gonna like go back into hiding or like go back to the other version of yourself where you were like not doing so well. So I feel like personal relationships right now, like whoever you're dating or whoever your like family members are. I feel like those two very close like blood relatives or married like through marriage relatives, they are not really like fully grasping like you and your potential. Like they are throwing little bits and pieces into the like mix, but it's not all good. There's like some reservations. Yes, and it's because like they didn't like they didn't do what you did, right? They're not doing what you're doing, right? They're very like old school. They're very like, this is the system and this is how it's supposed to work. So just work in the system and don't try to bend the rules or break the rules or try something different. It's like you did not get to where you are today, Aquarius, by following the rules, right? Of societal norm, right? And you kind of started paving your own path toward what is normal to you. So your Four of Cups is contemplation, boredom, disconnect, cold indifference. And the moon, astrology moon in Cancer. And that's really like what you're dealing with and what you're facing right now. Clarity, awareness, depression, interest, and acceptance. Like you're dealing with people who are depressed when you're like, well, don't, maybe if you're showing interest in me and what I'm doing and recognize what I'm doing, then you won't feel so depressed. But it's like they're stuck in their depression. So they have to establish that, like, you're not stuck in your depression. Like, you're not stuck in boredom. You're not stuck in being disconnected and cold and indifferent. These are things that, like, you are not embodying, Aquarius. You're embodying, the Empress energy. You're embodying this lioness energy. You've earned all your stripes. Okay. Like mentally, you're here, like sitting on a beach, relaxing, reading a book about fairy tales. Okay. So that's why you have the moon too with the Four of Cups. It's just a reminder that like what you're offering this person, I feel like this is like an ex or something like that, or it could just be like your whole, like a whole bunch of dysfunctional family members. But you're dealing with people who are like so, like hypersensitive and like hyper, like negative that you can't really, like, if you're handing them like, here's the solution, they don't want the solution, they don't want to feel any other type of way. And even though you keep giving them these signs, they're still like, nope, I'm refusing to believe it, I'm refusing to believe it. And it's like costing you like good energy and positive times, and like you're like, well, I'm not gonna stick around and be part of that, kind of like the black sheep of the family. And you even have a mermaid in the background here. So, and you've earned all your stripes, like a tiger, like a lioness, you have already earned this ability to like think for yourself and create this magical, beautiful, like fairy tale version of what you want your life to look like and be. And yeah, there's always going to be like a villain and a bad person and somebody bringing in negativity and hostility. And now you see their backstory and like what's causing all of it, and you're, related to these people and their family members, and it's like you have to kind of distance yourself from that so that you can focus on your Ace of Pentacles, so you can focus on your Ten of Pentacles. And even the Three of Pentacles here with like collaboration, working together, co-working, teamwork, teamwork makes the dream work kind of situation here, where here's the artist and the monk and like probably like a patron or something, member of the church, and they all are working together to like make the church look better, or the monastery or whatever it is, like a cathedral or something, so you're an artist, Aquarius, like you want to create something beautiful and remarkable and amazing. And it's not just like, well, let's not pay any mind to Aquarius because they're a family member. We can afford to not pay any mind to them. It's like as you're seeing this relationship with these people unfold, you're also realizing like the relationships that you need to focus on are not the ones with like family members right now. Eventually your pentacles will line up and you will get this Ten of Pentacles eventually. But it's going to come from your design and your making, and you're going to recognize it, and the people who you influence are going to recognize it. And it's kind of ironic because there's the grandpa in the picture, right? And the husband and the wife hugging, right? But it's funny because your partner or your romantic partner, if you have one, isn't really like getting that whole vibe, right? And they're not really respecting your hard work. And the grandpas and the relatives and all that stuff, they're not really getting the Ten of Pentacles like that you're putting off, that you are manifesting, that you're creating. And this is why it can be seen as like a metaphor too. It's like maybe this isn't your 10 of Pentacles right now, but your 8 of Pentacles, right? Your 8 of Pentacles, uh, your 8 of Pentacles in it, like it's like a tongue twister. You're slowly lining up the pentacles and you're gathering one by one, like one pentacle at a time until you have all 8. And then once you have all 8, then you're going to 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, it only goes up to 10 in the tarot deck, but it's like you keep building on it. You don't give up, and that's why you have the infinity symbol and strength and courage and influence. It's because you're influencing people to never give up on their dreams either and manifest that abundance for themselves financially. Even if you're, the black sheep of the family, even if you're, part of a collective group of like minded souls and individuals that really speak to you and have higher awareness, higher consciousness, whereas like your relatives just have no idea what the heck you're talking about half the time. You know what I'm saying? So we also have the 7 of Cups. Like this can be illusion, right? You can think you have it all, but do you really? And I feel like for you, it's like you may not have it all right now, but you're working towards having it all. And you're doing that through collaboration. You're doing it through teamwork. You're doing it through building everything. Like you might not have all these skills, right? You might not have like, you know, maybe snake powers. I don't know. Like the snake can symbolize, like, let me see here, snake and spirituality, right? Like it's another transformation to like a shedding of the skin, really. Like a lot of animals represent, transformation and things like that. But there's the dragon, and you have the dragonfly in your reading. So it's like you're working with other spiritual, like enlightened people. I feel like, who can like, um, really help you see your potential and remind you of your potential. Um, so I feel like the 3 of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups is like you working with other people with like other gifts, and everybody starts out with a dream or like an illusion or a delusion, right? Like some kind of idea or concept, and I feel like you're working with people who have ideas and concepts that align with your pentacles, that align with your mission to succeed. And it's very emotional because like you're using like your raw, like untapped potential, like a diamond in the rough, like a star, right? And like this star looks like a diamond, and she's like very vulnerable, right? Like she has no clothes on or anything like that, and she's just in a very raw, vulnerable state. But she still looks very like like um content, so I feel like that star energy is you. It's like you're using your star energy to like influence and move mountains and do amazing beautiful things. And your temperance here, this gives me like straight up maleficent vibes here with this one. And there's a tower in the background, and I feel like you're using your star quality to like temper out any like negative energies or any negative influences that are trying to hinder you from your success. And it's a very like long journey and a very like rough path. Like here's your 10 of Wands. In order to get to the 10 of Coins, or I mean the 10 of Pentacles, you have to be able to go the long journey. And I feel like you're only willing to carry really like the burden of those that deserve it toward the castle of success. And here's like a whole entire castle. It's not just like a tower, it's a castle here. And I feel like that's where you're being led to go, where your pentacles are leading you towards is this beautiful like castle in the sky. Like it might seem like a dream or a fantasy, but really it's like you manifesting like your heart's desires and your dreams coming true. And the story of Maleficent is very interesting because like basically depicts like Maleficent as like the anti-hero, right, or the villain. But really, she was like done dirty by her ex, right, and then he had a daughter, and then she like took it upon herself to like um, keep an eye on the baby, and then like eventually, the whole story turned into like her being like the mom of of Aurora, Sleeping Beauty, and she had to battle a lot of darkness and a lot of people like in the disguise of like Prince Charming and fairy tale bliss. But really, there was like a dark negative element about them, and it really was her that brought the light to the situation and the truth. So there's some like irony there with the tower. It's like as you bring in your light to shine on these serious like negative experiences and feelings and challenges and situations, you're actually reminding people of your star like quality, of your star power here and your influence, because you're not willing to just settle, you're not willing to just back down from a situation. And your moon oracle is like focus here. You might feel alone in this journey, but you're not. Like the light of the moon is illuminating and shining the way. Not just the sun, but the moon too. Like the moon is very emotional and intuitive, and the sun is very like ambitious and powerful. And you're blending these two, very like day and night, you know, lights, and you're bringing them together to form this beautiful, like I call it a Hatima energy. All right, your unicorn magic, and there's your rainbow, and there's your ace of cups right there. So as you focus on your ace of coins, you're bringing in emotional stability for yourself. And this is build your light body, accelerate your accession. And I just feel like there's so many energies and there's so many people that want to like try to trip you up and try to like convince you like, oh well, I'm gonna send triggers to Aquarius, or I'm gonna try to upset Aquarius some way. It's like you're not gonna stop Aquarius from being Aquarius. You're not gonna stop the light from shining and the truth from coming out. And the tower moment is usually a moment of like truth. It's usually a moment where everyone realizes what's really going on. And there's no more hiding, there's no more pretending. Like the dysfunction, the negativity, the hostility, the constant, negligence of, surrounding people in your life that are trying to project negativity, negativity, negativity onto you. Like you're like, I'm not about that. I'm about bringing the light to a situation. I'm about sending my own power and having the Mahatma energy and the strength and the courage to persevere. And that's really what you're bringing to this whole big relationship like creation, that like your relationships and your threads in the universe that go here and here with all these different people in your life, it's all coming together and making a lot of sense now as you move into October, because you're realizing like, wow, my relationships with these people are a certain way because they don't want to accept that I'm a beautiful, bright, shining star, and they don't want to accept that I bring in a lot of strength and courage, and they want to bring me down and make me feel weak and make me feel, like I'm not important or that I have no security, because they're trying to play on weaknesses and prey on the past. And it's a very negative, devilish, like Goliath versus David sort of situation. They feel like they have all the power and the control, so they love manipulating the system. Yeah, sweetie. Yeah, to make you feel that way. Alrighty. Yeah. Hi. Yeah. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. I also have a little snippet of information from an earlier reading I did. So that might resonate with you a little bit more, or maybe the two pertain to each other. But either way, check it out. Please like and subscribe to my channel. And love and light always. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.